They say your thoughts create your reality. But what if it's not just your thoughts? What if your mind, heart, and soul are each sending signals, and only when they align, the universe listens? If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right but still stuck, the answer might lie in your inner misalignment. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more deep explorations of the energy behind everything you are. Now, close your eyes for a second. Breathe in. Feel your thoughts, your feelings, and your inner knowing. Are they all saying the same thing? Through the silent, powerful Trinity within you. Let's begin. At the very foundation of our existence lies a mysterious and boundless realm often called the quantum field, an invisible sea of pure potentiality, vibrating with the energy that underpins all matter, consciousness, and reality itself. Unlike the tangible world we see, touch, and feel, the quantum field transcends the ordinary. It is neither space nor time as we commonly understand them, yet it is the primal source from which everything emerges. Within this vast interconnected web, every particle, every thought, every feeling is entangled with the whole, reflecting a universe woven together by subtle frequencies and probabilities. To understand the alignment of mind, heart, and soul within this quantum domain, we must first appreciate the fluid and non-local nature of this field. Classical physics taught us to think of the universe as solid and separate, a collection of isolated objects acting independently. But quantum physics reveals a much more intimate truth. The observer and the observed are intertwined. Reality is not fixed, but is dynamically influenced by consciousness itself. This suggests that our inner states, our thoughts, emotions, and deeper essence are not merely internal experiences, but active participants shaping the unfolding of reality on a fundamental level. The mind, as the faculty of cognition and intention, plays a crucial role in this process. It is the conscious engine that interprets information, formulates desires, and focuses attention. When the mind becomes clear and directed, it can act as a beacon within the quantum field, collapsing infinite possibilities into tangible outcomes. Yet the mind alone is insufficient for true alignment. Its activity can be erratic, distracted, and limited by conditioning and fears. Without harmony with deeper inner currents, mental intentions may scatter or produce unintended results. Here is where the heart enters the picture, not merely as a physical organ, but as a profound energetic center of intuition, compassion, and emotional intelligence. The heart resonates at a frequency distinct from the mind's analytical patterns, more fluid, receptive, and deeply connected to the flow of life itself. In the quantum realm, this emotional resonance influences the field's probability waves, subtly shaping which potentials are drawn into manifestation. A heart aligned with love, gratitude, and openness generates coherence that amplifies and stabilizes the mind's focus. But even the combined power of mind and heart requires the integration of the soul, the core essence or higher self that exists beyond ordinary identity and ego. The soul embodies timeless wisdom and the deepest purpose within the quantum field, holding the blueprint of our unique path and expression. It is through the soul's presence that alignment transcends personal desires and attunes to a higher order, connecting individual consciousness to universal consciousness, weaving personal will into the cosmic dance. When these three aspects, mind, heart, and soul, are harmonized, they form a trinity that functions as a powerful energetic matrix within the quantum field. This trinity becomes a source of coherence, enabling the individual not only to navigate reality with clarity, but to co-create in partnership with the universe. The subtle vibrations emitted from this internal alignment act as signals to the quantum field, guiding the collapse of wave functions into outcomes that resonate with one's highest good and authentic expression. The process of tuning this trinity is a dynamic unfolding rather than a static achievement. It involves cultivating mental clarity by quieting distractions and limiting beliefs, nurturing emotional intelligence by embracing vulnerability and love, and deepening spiritual connection through practices that invite the soul's guidance. Meditation, reflective inquiry, breathwork, and heart-centered awareness serve as bridges to align these inner dimensions and open access to the quantum field's creative potential. As one journeys into this inner alignment, the boundaries between self and other begin to dissolve, revealing the interconnectedness inherent in the quantum fabric. This expanded awareness brings forth a sense of unity and purpose that transcends individual identity, inviting a harmonious flow with the rhythms of the cosmos. It is in this sacred space where the Trinity within operates not as separate forces, but as a unified presence, echoing the fundamental wholeness of the quantum field itself. Ultimately, aligning mind, heart, and soul within the quantum field is a profound invitation to reclaim the innate creative power that resides in each person. It is a call to awaken to the reality that our inner states are not passive, but formative forces capable of shaping the world around us. Through conscious alignment, we become co-creators of our destiny, empowered to manifest experiences that reflect not only our desires, but the deeper truth of who we are as beings woven from the very fabric of existence. The mind is the gateway through which we perceive, interpret, and engage with the universe. It processes the myriad inputs from the senses, organizes thoughts, forms intentions, and imagines possibilities. However, in the vast expanse of the quantum field, the mind's role transcends mere information processing. It becomes a powerful instrument of creation. The ability of the mind to focus attention is central to shaping reality. Within the quantum framework, observation influences outcomes, meaning that where the mind places its focus, the probabilities in the quantum field shift accordingly. Yet the mind is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can harness immense creativity and clarity. On the other, it can become ensnared in patterns of doubt, distraction, and limiting beliefs that fragment our energetic coherence. Mental chatter, fear, and scattered thoughts generate interference that disrupts the subtle energetic signals sent into the quantum field. When the mind is cluttered, intentions become diluted, and manifestations falter. Therefore, cultivating mental clarity is essential for alignment. Achieving this clarity begins with awareness, recognizing the habitual loops of thought and the emotional reactions they trigger allows us to step back from automatic mental patterns. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and focused breathing, serve to still the mind's restless activity, revealing the space beneath the noise. In this silent space, the mind's capacity to choose focus becomes evident. Instead of being carried by unconscious impulses, the mind can intentionally direct attention toward constructive and expansive possibilities. The creative power of the mind is closely linked to the quality of the thoughts we cultivate. Thoughts are not ephemeral. They carry energy that interacts with the quantum field. Positive, constructive, and expansive thoughts generate resonant frequencies that align with growth and manifestation, while negative, fearful, or fragmented thoughts create dissonance, limiting what can emerge. Thus, training the mind to foster empowering beliefs and visions is a key step in mastering inner alignment. Visualization is one of the most potent tools for the mind's creative function. By vividly imagining desired outcomes, we engage the quantum field through focused intent. This process stimulates the subtle energetic environment, drawing relevant potentials into closer probability. The more detailed and emotionally charged the visualization, the stronger the signals sent into the field, increasing the likelihood of manifestation. Importantly, this visualization must be congruent with the heart and soul to maintain coherence. Otherwise, the mind's intentions may encounter resistance from deeper inner layers. Alongside visualization, the mind's capacity for discernment and wisdom is vital. Discernment allows us to differentiate between genuine inner guidance and mental noise, between limiting fears and authentic insight. Developing this wisdom requires an ongoing relationship with the self, a deep listening that transcends intellectual analysis and reaches into intuitive knowing. When the mind is disciplined and open, it becomes a bridge connecting conscious intention with the subtle messages of the heart and soul. The mind also serves as the architect of mental frameworks, belief systems, values, and narratives that shape our worldview. These frameworks can either support alignment or create barriers. Old patterns of separation, scarcity, or unworthiness create energetic blockages that ripple through the quantum field, affecting our ability to co-create harmoniously. To align the Trinity within, the mind must be willing to question and transform limiting beliefs, opening to new paradigms rooted in unity, abundance, and self-love. Through this process of mental refinement, the mind gradually becomes a clear lens through which the light of the heart and soul can shine without distortion. The clutter is removed, the noise silenced, and the pure intention emerges. This clarity is not rigid or forceful but fluid and adaptable, mirroring the dynamic nature of the quantum field itself. In this state, the mind no longer acts in isolation, but in concert with the deeper currents of being. Ultimately, the mind's true power in alignment lies in its capacity to serve the whole self, mind, heart, and soul as an instrument of conscious co-creation. It holds the potential to focus the inner Trinity's energy toward manifesting realities that resonate with the deepest truth of who we are. When the mind is aligned, it becomes a masterful weaver of intention, able to translate the subtle vibrations of heart and soul into form within the limitless quantum field. While the mind is the realm of thought and intention, the heart is the domain of feeling and resonance. It is often said that the heart knows what the mind cannot yet understand, and within the quantum field, this wisdom is more than poetic metaphor. It is scientific reality. The heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends well beyond the physical body, influencing not only our own energetic system, but also interacting with the quantum field around us. This energetic resonance communicates signals of coherence or dissonance, which in turn shape the flow of possibilities in subtle but profound ways. Emotions are the language of the heart, and they carry vibrational signatures that inform the quantum field about our inner state. Emotions rooted in love, gratitude, joy, and compassion produce a high-frequency resonance that aligns with expansive potentials. Conversely, emotions such as fear, anger, or sadness vibrate at lower frequencies, creating contractions and limitations in the energetic environment. This means that the heart's state of being acts like a tuning fork, setting the pitch at which the quantum field responds to our presence. The heart's wisdom is intuitive and deeply connected to the rhythms of life itself. Unlike the mind's analytical processes, the heart perceives holistically and instantaneously, synthesizing information beyond linear logic. This intuitive knowing often manifests as subtle feelings, gut impressions, or an unshakable sense of alignment. When the heart's voice is honored and integrated, it becomes a compass guiding us toward choices that nurture harmony and authenticity. Central to the heart's role in alignment is the practice of emotional coherence, the ability to balance and regulate emotions so that the heart's energetic field becomes stable and harmonious. Techniques such as heart-focused breathing, loving kindness, meditation, and gratitude exercises cultivate this coherence. When practiced regularly, they quiet emotional turbulence and elevate the heart's frequency, creating a magnetic field of positivity and connection. This coherent heart energy amplifies the power of intention set by the mind. When the mind's focus is infused with heartfelt emotion, it sends a unified signal into the quantum field, strengthening the likelihood of manifestation. The heart acts as a bridge between inner desires and the quantum potential, ensuring that what we seek aligns not only with intellectual goals, but with our deepest emotional truth. Moreover, the heart is the seat of compassion, which extends beyond self to include others and the larger whole. Compassion expands our sense of self to embrace interconnectedness, dissolving the illusion of separation that often limits perception. This expanded awareness enhances the resonance with the quantum field, opening pathways for synchronicities and serendipitous events that support growth and healing. The heart's capacity to love unconditionally is the ultimate force of alignment. Love generates the highest vibrational state possible, uniting mind and soul in a radiant field of unity. This love is not conditional on external circumstances, but arises from an inner wellspring of acceptance and openness. It transcends egoic attachments and invites the quantum field to respond with generosity and abundance. In the journey of inner alignment, learning to listen to and trust the heart's guidance is essential. It requires cultivating presence and vulnerability, allowing emotions to flow without resistance or judgment. By embracing the full spectrum of emotional experience, the heart expands its capacity to hold and transform energies, becoming a powerful center of healing and creation. Ultimately, the heart's role in the Trinity is that of the vibrational core, a resonant field that harmonizes thought and spirit, emotion and intention, self and universe. When the heart is aligned, it creates a coherent energetic signature that reverberates through the quantum field, shaping reality in ways that honor the fullness of our being. Beyond the mind and heart lies the soul, the deepest essence of our being, often described as the eternal spark that transcends the limitations of the physical and mental planes. The soul is not bound by time or space. It is the timeless observer and source of wisdom, purpose, and true identity. Within the vast quantum field, the soul represents the purest form of consciousness, a direct connection to the universal intelligence that permeates all existence. While the mind interprets and the heart resonates, the soul holds the blueprint of our unique journey. It carries the imprint of our deepest truths, aspirations, and gifts. Aligning with the soul means tuning into this inner compass and allowing it to guide decisions, actions, and intentions in harmony with our highest good. This alignment transcends ego-driven desires and superficial ambitions, inviting us to embody authenticity and soul purpose. The soul's presence in the quantum field is subtle, yet profound. It vibrates at a frequency that resonates with universal harmony and unconditional love. When the soul is engaged, it anchors the individual within a greater cosmic framework, reminding us that our existence is part of an interconnected whole. This perspective dissolves isolation and empowers us to participate consciously in the unfolding of creation. Connecting with the soul requires a shift from external distractions and surface-level concerns to inward reflection and stillness. Spiritual practices such as contemplation, prayer, journaling, or immersion in nature create the space for this connection to deepen. In these moments, the noise of the mind quiets, the heart softens, and the soul's voice becomes audible. Gentle knowing, a sense of peace or an inspiring call to action. The soul also holds the capacity for healing and transformation. It invites us to confront shadow aspects, release limiting patterns, and embrace wholeness. This process is often non-linear and deeply personal, unfolding as a journey of awakening. As we integrate fragmented parts of ourselves, the soul's light shines more fully, enhancing our vibrational resonance within the quantum field. When the soul aligns with mind and heart, it creates an energetic coherence that is both stabilizing and expansive. This coherence forms a magnetic field that attracts circumstances, relationships, and opportunities that reflect our true essence. The soul's guidance ensures that the manifestations arising from mind and heart are not fleeting or superficial, but deeply meaningful and sustaining. Moreover, the soul's alignment invites surrender and trust. It reminds us that while our intentions and emotions are powerful, they are part of a larger divine orchestration. This surrender does not imply passivity, but a conscious letting go of control, allowing the quantum field to weave the most optimal outcomes. In this partnership, the soul acts as a wise steward, balancing intention with receptivity. Ultimately, the soul's role in the Trinity is to embody the eternal source of our being, the unchanging core that remains when all external forms fall away. It is the anchor in the vast sea of potential, providing purpose, clarity, and connection. Through the soul, we experience ourselves not as isolated individuals, but as luminous expressions of universal consciousness, co-creating the dance of life with infinite possibility. Integration is the process through which mind, heart, and soul unify into a harmonious whole, creating a powerful alignment that resonates through the quantum field. This integration is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey of self-awareness, practice, and surrender. It is the art of balancing thought, feeling, and essence, so that each aspect supports and enhances the others, weaving together a coherent energetic signature that shapes reality with intention and grace. When these three inner centers are aligned, they form a dynamic trinity that mirrors the interconnected nature of the universe. The mind brings clarity and focus, the heart infuses passion and resonance, and the soul grounds us in purpose and authenticity. Together, they generate a field of coherence that amplifies the creative power inherent within us, allowing us to manifest from a place of wholeness rather than fragmentation. This integration begins with self-awareness, recognizing where the mind may be caught in limiting patterns, where the heart's emotions might be unbalanced, or where the soul's guidance feels distant or unheard. Through practices such as meditation, journaling, breathwork, or energy healing, we cultivate the ability to observe ourselves without judgment and gently realign each aspect with intention and love. An aligned mind refines its focus to support heart-centered intentions. An open heart channels emotional energy that fuels soulful purpose, and a connected soul provides the steady foundation that sustains the whole. This synergy creates a feedback loop of coherence, where each part deepens the resonance of the others, strengthening the energetic field we project into the quantum realm. In practical terms, living from this integrated state manifests as greater clarity in decision-making, deeper emotional resilience, and a sense of profound peace and meaning. Challenges become opportunities for growth rather than sources of disarray, as the inner Trinity navigates life's complexities with grace and wisdom. We become more attuned to synchronicities, more receptive to intuitive guidance, and more capable of consciously co-creating the reality that aligns with our highest vision. The quantum field responds naturally to this coherent energetic signature. Rather than fragmented signals, the field receives a unified wave of intention, emotion, and essence, which collapses potentials into manifestations that mirror our true nature. This coherence attracts experiences and relationships that support growth, healing, and expansion, reinforcing the cycle of alignment and manifestation. Moreover, integration invites us to embrace paradox and fluidity. The Trinity within is not static but alive and evolving. There will be times when the mind races, the heart feels heavy, or the soul seems quiet. Integration is the compassionate practice of bringing these fluctuations into balance, not forcing perfection, but honoring the natural rhythms of inner life. Ultimately, aligning mind, heart, and soul within the quantum field opens the door to profound transformation. It allows us to transcend limiting beliefs, to access higher states of consciousness, and to participate consciously in the unfolding of creation. We move from being passive observers of life to active co-creators, empowered by the Trinity within. In this sacred alignment, we discover the essence of our true power, not as separate fragments, but as a unified whole, resonating with the infinite potential of the quantum field. This is the path to authentic manifestation, deep fulfillment, and lasting peace. And if this journey into the quantum alignment of your mind, heart, and soul has awakened something within you, then let it ripple outward. Like this video to anchor the energy, share it with someone who needs to remember who they truly are, and subscribe for more wisdom that reconnects you to your own frequency. Until next time, stay aligned, stay aware, and keep creating from within.